how lead generation in 25 is different from that it used to be before.
Lots of rules and regulation you have to follow if you are getting a data. So AI is not a part, that is the core. I will repeat, and I'm repeating so many times, but AI driven thing will work. Maybe say SEO or paid ads, email marketing, anything talk about, but that will work. 100 people will use, 50-60 will deny, and 40 will be paid. But think about the scenario, scene 2, where nobody is subscribing, nobody is trying, and nobody is using that. What is good, scene 1 or scene 2? So voice search optimization is a great thing we have to do, because of we live in a Siri era or Alexa era, so how we can forget about the voice search optimization.
And this will really help the business and the people who are running the business, of course, to get maximum leads in 2025.
Right. So action plan usually are enhance user experience, because ultimately it's all about people.
Yes.
But earlier, if I want to run a institute, I need an infrastructure, table chair, the whole office setup and everything. Now what I need? Zoho subscription and one laptop, and you are done. Whenever technology comes, there will be lots of mistakes we do as a human. So what all mistakes we can avoid are:
hello everyone, welcome to today's podcast, and today we are going to talk about mastering lead generation in digital marketing in 2025. So, no one will tell you this, but lead generation isn't what it used to be before, not even a year ago actually. These strategies that worked in 2024 might not be the same in 2025. New tools, privacy laws, and smarter algorithms have changed the game. If you're still playing by last year's rule book, you're already behind. But don't worry. In today's episode, we will break it down for you. So, we have Shraddha Agarwal today, who will be solving our puzzle of lead generation in digital marketing in 2025. Welcome, Shraddha.
Hi Mitali, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm great as usual.
So Shraddha, we are here today to, resolve many of the doubts regarding lead generation in digital marketing in 2025. So as you know that in 2024, the rule book was different. And now in 2025, many things have evolved, changed, and the script is altogether different.
Right.
So please answer our doubts and questions about the same. Shall we begin?
Yes, I'm ready.
So Shraddha, how lead generation in 25 is different from that it used to be before?
In 2025, people usually concentrate on first level data. So that is a first party data is consent driven strategy. What it really means is, whenever I am, I am building a web page, now there will be some newsletter which will be opt-in. So that cannot be forced. Like in some time it may happen that 100 people we are just targeting, that will not work now. So if I am interested on that particular solution, then I will opt it, and accordingly I will get the maybe subscription, services and products. Also, there is a privacy law that is related to GDPR. It is something that it's there. It's not new, but that is ever evolving. And now there are lots of rules and regulation you have to follow if you are getting a data. Just for example, I have a website wherein I ask people to fill their information, name, phone number, email ID, and all. Now I should have some privacy policy. I should be compliances with the GDPR. Then only I can get the particular data. So that is very important now. So we cannot spam anyone. So we should take consent, and if they are agree and they are targeted, they will fill a form and we will get the data. So that works good, better. Not like earlier that we have 1,000 from Apollo or any other tool. We will get the data, we will bombard with all emails,
Cold
messages. So
calling,
that
maybe.
doesn't work now.
Yes. Uh, in all of this, what role does AI play?
So AI is not a part, that is the core.
Okay.
AI is the main thing I can say.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because AI is something related to automation.
Yes.
AI is related to which kind of people we want to cater. In email, you can just send lots of email if someone opens, if doesn't open, and there are lots of structure you can create that we call cadence. So that is one example. Second, if we will talk about paid ads, then there is a programmatic analytics that plays behind, so that is a performance max campaign we can run. Apart from that, there's a SEO and AEO. In SEO, there are lots of technical thing that comes before the first search result. That is a search lab where you'll get all data that is a AI generated. So that is also a very important and crucial role it comes to a business. Why? Because people will see first dialog box, then it will come to SEO first ranking. So it's very, very important in SEO, paid ads, email marketing, and any part of the maybe video marketing we can say, or programmatic analytics. Everything is a core. So what I'm trying to make, it is not a part now, it is a actually core of the business, the automation and AI.
Okay. That's pretty new information, and I think as AI is booming, it will also maybe help structure it more better than what it used to be before, right?
Right, 100%.
Okay, so now we just had a conversation about AI, and you explained the doubts very nicely. What about the content part?
Content part is hyper personalized currently.
Okay.
So now that I want to run an ad or want to send an email, that it usually goes on like thousand and hundreds. Now if you are one person, I will write about you, whatever you have done in the past, and how I can pitch you. There are lots of plugin like crystal.ai where you can actually find the people behavior, like which kind of post they are liking, which kind of web page they are landing into, which kind of post they are commenting into. And now I know you, so you are a humble, you are a strategic person or whatsoever, and I have your personality information in front of me, and now I am writing a mail for that. So this is the power of the tool, and that is really helpful.
I think it sounds quite scary, but at the same time, I think it is very important as a part of this whole system which is running, right?
Correct. And this is something comes from the cookie based analysis. Whenever I visit some websites, and I'm sure like they're tracking, and now whatever I'm doing, what is a user journey, they are tracking that. And now after tracking that all thing, they have the data, hours data. And I'm sure last week I have seen my Facebook data is like 2010, and they know which kind of likes I have done, comments, and my whole photos that I might not have my new laptop, but they have. I mean Facebook. So their targeting will be best because they know me better than me sometimes. Because 10 years ago, what I was, I don't know.
So does this help in finding the relevancy when you are, running some ad for the customer client, and then it will help them, right, for
Correct.
targeting the audience?
Right, 100%. I mean, they know what I buy. I buy some tech thing. I am, fitness freak. I read some books. So this all thing I do. So they will showcase like that.
Similar products.
Similar products, similar services.
Yes.
Not like some kind of that thing that I don't watch.
Okay.
So that is very important, and that is a crucial part of their business to track the data, and data is a money. Now whatever the currency is the data. Whatever or whichever business are based on the data analysis, data mining, that is going to be blast after this AI era.
Oh, wow. Sounds so technical, but it's so true.
Now, when we talk about the content leads magnet, there are lots of lead magnet. podcast, what we are doing,
Yes.
web pages, there are ebooks that I have, spent 10 years, 5 years in something, and I have written some ebook out of that experience. And now what I'll do, I will upload that ebook on my website. Somebody will land on that, and I will genuinely give some information. It's not like I'll not write something, but after 10 to 20% of information I will write. If you need more to know more, subscribe us or buy now, so something like that. And out of that, many people are generating a lots of revenues. So that is something, it's kind of trial base of your product. Once you try that particular product, people buy. So many times we see 7-day trial, 14-day trial.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
it is actually,
Yeah.
is it something to target some person, targeted one? Now they will think, yeah, it's useful, and now 7-day and 14 days over and they have to pay.
Pay.
So that is something is very important. And apart from that, AI driven email also, wherein AI, depending on the data, will decide which kind of email content will go to whom, and that
Okay.
is very powerful.
That's nice. I mean, the email knows whom to send what.
Correct.
Oh, wow. And you just mentioned something about like 14 days and 7 days trial period. Do you think that people unsubscribe easily, or the marketing game, how does it work?
So it's all about the law of average. 100 people will use, 50, 60 will deny, and 40 will be paid. But think about the scenario, scene 2, where nobody is subscribing, nobody is trying, and nobody is, using that.
Using that.
What is good, scene 1 or scene 2? If you are giving some freebies or free subscription, then definitely that is like 10% or 20% are conversion rate, and that is always better than 0% of conversion. So it's always good.
Ha, absolutely. Lead magnets to generate leads in 2025.
Now you know that attention span is very less.
Yes.
Now if you want to grab attention, that you have to be quick, and the script, reading script is like 1 or 2, 3 minutes job, but the scroll one is like 30-second, 15-second job. So it's always better because it takes less energy. And
Yeah.
now video is something built authority. It's more convenient. If I'll tell you, or there will be slide where something is writing, you will like this scene 1 or scene 2 where I'm talking like this, with which you will connect more, I'm sure, when I'm talking, right?
Yes.
So that is very important. And now I would like to add one thing, that webinar works wonders nowadays. I have seen many coaches. There's life
Yes.
coaches, NLP coaches, reader coaches, and you name it, your plant coaches, left, every kind of coaches are making money and they are happy. And I'm great that they have certain passion about whatever they are doing. And now, if I'm gardening and if I'm planting something, and I want to teach how to plant, which kind of things we have to do to procure that all thing. So it's very important, and we can get all information in that webinar. And in webinar, that they will be usually 99 rupees, and you will spend 3 hours. They will ask in last session, if you want to know more, you have to pay 15,000, 20,000, or 1 lakh, whatever. From that, they are really making a crazy money. So you will not believe, I have done a course in NLP last year, and there was a 1200 people, and 99 rupees into 1200 people. And if there are 10% conversion also, because 300-400 people usually used to join in a
Yes.
per session, and you can calculate how much money he is making just for video marketing. First, second, come on a Zoom and talk about whatever you love and whatever things you are doing,
Yeah.
with definitely 16-17 years of experience, actually adding a value, that I'm not denying. But earlier, if I want to run a institute, I need a infrastructure, table chair, the whole office setup and everything. Now what I need, Zoho subscription and one laptop, and you are done.
Yeah, I mean things as they have become, they were difficult, but now they have become easy also. But at the same time, it's also, you know, some good and some bad about everything.
Course, yes, and there is a
Pros
lots of
and
scam
cons.
also happening nowadays. They will say that we will teach you this XYZ. They subscribe and they are there. So I mean, they're just sharing whatever is easily available on online. So
Online.
sometimes it happens, and it's a kind of trial and error thing that
Yes,
which,
it is also a money making business.
of course,
So, Shraddha, to sum up everything, I'll just give a quick note to the audience. So, lead generation in 2025 is about trust, relevance, and intelligent automation. Businesses focusing on AI, personalization, value driven content are set to go. Now, let's talk about these trends. So, Shraddha, can you just tell us some trends about lead generation which are going on in 2025?
so first can be AI powered. Like we've just discussed, AI is the core. I have repeated it so many times, but that's how it is. I mean, it's very important. And that personalization, whatever from AI we cannot get humanly. Like I will reach, and if you have, I will reply, I will like, or I will engage with one your post. And now what you are doing, and AI is doing because of the data analytics. So AI will always have an advantage. So that is one thing is most important. That is AI powered personalization. Second will be focusing on first party data.
Okay.
We have just elaborated on that part. If I am just bombarding with so many content to so many people, will not work. But what Mitali knows, what Ashwini knows, what Krina knows, or Nikita knows, that is something is very important. So that personalization is the key here, and how it will come from the data, and we can use lots of ROI magnet also. For example, if I am a finfluencer, you can say I want to run my business, or I suggest you which kind of mutual fund you want to, and you have to invest to grow. Now I can have a ROI calculator wherein I will let you know that how many years, what is the amount, what would be the return. If there is a ROI calculator, I have to ask a question, your name, your phone number, email ID.
Right.
And I'm sure there should be one thing that is not easily available on Google. Because if there is a simple calculator, it can be calculated on Google search engine.
Absolutely.
But if you feed something that December is a few months, or this is the marketing trend, whatever marketing trend is happening, you need to keep adding on that in calculator. It will work as a lead magnet for your business, because people will come, they are targeted, and now they are typing some information, and they are getting the data. So that will be very crucial for your business, and you can generate a lots of lead.
Okay, that's really nice.
And one more thing, there will be always a web page for B2B offerings. And if there is a targeted landing page, there should be some kind of, videos which talks about your services. There can be live webinar or video, whatever you're offering. So that usually works as a lead magnet. Apart from that, smooth CRM integration plays a great major role. Why? Because whenever there are some inquiry coming up, people are asking something, and it's usually drop. Maybe we are not able to call them in a 3 days, 5 days. They tell that call me in Q2, and then in Q2 nobody remembers that. So it usually have some data backup where you get notification that this client said that to discuss on this month or day. So that all tracking is very important. So if I talk about a sum up the question, then AI powered personalization, focus on first party data, interactive lead magnet like ROI calculator, and smooth CRM integration. These four are the trends in 2025.
Oh, nice. These trends really will help people know more about how to attract leads, right?
Correct.
So, again, now if we are talking about the trends, the next question is a must. It's about the tool.
I guess your question.
Yes, you are absolutely right guess to it. So, Can you please tell us about the tools for lead generation in 2025?
There are lots of tools. I mean, if you'll say that 100 CRM or 1000 CRM, I can make a list from the Google. I mean, there are lots of tools in the market which they are trying to build. Some of are great, some are trying to catch up. But point here is tool works great in terms of tracking the data, delivering what you want, and the ROI. I will name a few like lead feeder. It identifies the anonymous website visitor. If I have visited now and after 2 months I have visited the same website, now that tool will track the data whatever I have done in last 2 months in their website. So that is one crucial tool.
That's deep.
That is the kind of user journey behavior. First touch, last touch, and this whole thing. So apart from that, there is a Hotjar. It's old, almost 5-10 years. I've used in the past also. So there, if there is a one web page, right hand side we usually spend a lots of time. So all CTA, if you have seen,
Yes.
there's a right side because there is a human psychology behind that. So right top and left top are the first few things that humans see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this humans see. So now you can see that specific from the Hotjar that people are spending so much of a time on that section versus another section. How it helps? If I am creating one web page, there is some video, there 3 offerings are there and people are clicking in second option. Now I know in market that second offering is much required versus first or third. Next is Gupshup. It's an AI based chatbot wherein if we are not there on the website logged in, but somebody is talking on behalf of us. So that is usually whenever you see any kind of app like Small Case or any Paytm, you will get that thing. So that is one thing.
It's sounding like we are doing it right now.
Right. And there's this Apollo.ai.
Okay.
We can get the data. Like I want the data from the US healthcare industry, which company have 500 people and whatever skill I want to have and title also. And I will fetch the data and I will connect with those only target persons. So that is very important when it comes to targeted campaign, email. So that is one
I think this became very famous, right? Earlier.
Right. There is a Taplio, which usually works for the LinkedIn automation. There, if someone reaches out to me on a LinkedIn message that they offer this or what I offer, that they have some template to reply. And it usually works well because many times people send their portfolio or they're asking yours. So I do get lots of leads from LinkedIn, basic, whatever organic post we do, I get. And if I want to automate, after some time I can do that and it will help me.
That's really nice. Can you just put again in pointers what all tools we have talked about so that it will be easy for our audience to, keep that in mind?
Yes, it's a great idea. So first one, lead feeder.
Yeah.
Second was Hotjar. Third was Gupshup. Fourth was Apollo.ai or fifth was Taplio.
Thank you, Shraddha. So now that we know about the tools, we'll come to our next question. That is, what about the lead generation strategies? If you could help us with that.
Yes. First is interactive, whatever you can do. I mean, interactive landing page, interactive website, video, email, whatever you are creating, just build as an interactive. Something people should do. Fill a form, click, watch, experience something, and then go about that. So that is most important. I have seen one ad in Hindustan Times. You just scan, and after scanning, some Bhangra will be starting, and some Zomato ad is running. So that is something is very important. That is, you are forcing or telling to your audience to interact with your ad or campaign. That is one thing is very important. Interactive whatever you do, landing pages and anything. Second can be AI driven everything. I will repeat, and I'm repeating so many times, but AI driven thing will work. Maybe say SEO or paid ads, email marketing, anything talk about, but that will work. Third will be targeted sponsored ad. On LinkedIn, you can just upload list. So that is one thing. So targeted sponsored ad will be better versus just some basic targeting. Apart from that, voice search optimization. When I say voice search optimization, then keyword will be the longer. I mean, I will not search best digital marketing agency. What I'll search, best digital marketing agency for B2B companies in India, for USA, and whatever I want to write.
It can be even more elaborated, right?
Whenever I'll see voice search optimization, then someone will say best digital marketing agency. No, they will say best digital marketing agency for B2B industries in India, for global, like that. So every time it will be more elaborated and niche keywords will be there. So for that all keywords also we have to optimize our website campaign and everything. So voice search optimization is a great thing we have to do, because of we live in a Siri era or Alexa era, so how we can forget about the voice search optimization. If you will take example of Google, when I started using Google, then it gave me 1200 rupees to install and to do a first transaction. I'm talking about 5-6 years ago.
Wow.
And I got that, and today also if I'll see in transaction, that was the first credited amount. What I had, that was a 1200 rupees. And it's years now, whatever transaction I do with the Google Pay. So that is the point. I mean, they have given me as a referral, and now I'm just used to. Whenever I do something, my commercial transaction, then I use Phone Pay. Whenever I do personal, then I Google Pay. And there is no logic about it. It's just a tendency what I follow.
That's great. Now we know about the strategies, but with strategies, there is something relevant which is going to come up, and that is mistakes that we all do technically. But here, what mistakes can be avoided?
Yes, you're right. Whenever technology comes, there will be lots of mistakes we do as a human. So, what all mistakes we can avoid are, first, we cannot neglect mobile optimization.
Okay.
Mobile optimization is thing because 70 to 80% business runs from the mobile. If I take example of Zomato, Swiggy, Big Basket, anything, maybe financial small case, Paytm money, anything, right from the vegetables to mutual fund, we use apps.
Absolutely.
And you cannot escape that mobile optimization part. So that is a one. Second is a user experience. When I was using Grow, then sometimes there's a hang. If I'm questioning some customer support, it takes 2 days. Now, if I'm using Zerodha, user experience are much better. Now, what I'll choose, I'll just take 5 minutes to install and uninstall to do some KYC. That's it. But whatever the user customer base are very important, because I have a lots of option. Earlier it was not the case. I have just Ola. Now Uber came, Rapido came, and so on. Many.
Yes.
Now I have the option. If Ola Uber doesn't work, I will use Rapido and XYZ also. So I have the user experience is very important. Apart from that, leveraging AI is very important. Again, I'm reiterating the same thing, but few clients I have seen that it's okay, we will use Excel. Whatever we do, they are 11 years old company, they have 250 employee. Still, for the CRM, they use Excel sheet.
Oh my God.
And there is lots of data leakage. The same thing we have talked. Like after 3 months or 4 months, if somebody wants to connect, then I don't have any clue. Or if I have a clue, then that particular person can recall. If that person leaves, then it's a kind of people-driven strategy, not a system-driven strategy. And it is very poor. Apart from that, not updating SEO practices. What it means is, usually you can create a backlink earlier, some meta tags, and you are good. Now you have to update your content. Else Google will fire you. I mean, you'll not be able to rank. So that updating content or actually adding value. It cannot have that you just copy pasting some AI data. It will not work. But actually addition your value, your learning, challenges, and now you create out of content and put that there. It will work. And ignoring analytics. Many clients says that we want to do this and we don't want to. I mean, we're not interested in that kind of analytics, or if I know analytics, then I'm not able to make a story of that particular data, which are working for us, which are not working for us. That is something they're not interested, or they're not have a skill for that, and that is very bad in terms of business growth. So I will just sum up a point saying neglecting mobile optimization, not leveraging AI tool or anything. Apart from that, overcoming user experience,
Yes.
not updating SEO practices, and ignoring analytics. That 5 points are usually a mistake some business owners do.
Okay. So, business owners, please be careful about these 5 points. Shraddha has elaborated it and explained it so well with examples that you can take full advantage of these. So, Shraddha, now we've just talked about all the strategies and what trends are going on, also the tools. Can you share some data so that it will be easy to understand better?
So I will just refer this analytics.
Yes.
And 79% of marketers says AI powered tools are crucial for lead quality. Companies using interactive content experience 2x higher lead engagement.
Wow.
42% of leads drop off because overly complex landing page or user experience. The use of predictive analytics helps us business see 35% increase in SQLs. So these are the 4 data that we have got from the research, and that is mind blowing because the data is like, money nowadays.
Master book, you can say.
Right.
Right? Now, coming back after listening to this data, you have to share some action plan for this year.
Right. So action plan usually are enhance user experience because ultimately it's all about people.
Yes,
And if you can feel them better or whatever they are trying to do, you help them, that is a one thing. Second, invest in tool. Don't use Excel sheet as your CRM. Third can be use interactive content.
Yeah.
That is must do because attention span is really lacking or decreasing. We have to cope up on that part. Third can be optimize video funnel. Whenever we are taking a webinar or any sales driven strategies, then video is something that we have to concentrate on. And last can be review your campaign analytics regularly and don't avoid or ignore data. That is most important part.
Yeah. That's really helpful, Shraddha. Thank you so much for such valuable insight. Let me share 3 closing points with you that Shraddha has given us as valuable insights from her end. The 3 things are: embrace the power of AI, focus on data-driven strategies, prioritize value and trust. So at DGDNA, we believe that little doable actions have significant impact. Growth in 2025 requires consistency, adoption, and constant willingness to learn. So shortcuts are not an option. I appreciate you listening, and I wish to tell you that please do leverage these strategies and these valuable insights shared by Shraddha today, spending her valuable time with us. Wishing you all the best growth in your businesses. I also wish you all the very best for getting maximum leads in 2025 and doing great in your business. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Mantali.
Thank you
for being a great host.
Thank you so much.